And the ability to discern is absolutely everything, because if you are going to be easily fooled about what is going on out there, I actually really pray for you, because there's always going to be things happening on the planet, and I can't have you getting taken away with someone else's narrative every single time. You need to be able to have critical thinking and come inside of your heart center and decide whether that aligns with you and your timeline that you're in or that you're creating. Like, does it align with you? So as we're moving forward on the planet, I really want you to feel into any story, any conspiracy, anything that's being projected out there in the narrative. Whether it's true or not, it actually doesn't matter. It's like, do you want to go through that timeline in that narrative? Or would you prefer to go through that timeline with your own narrative? Holding the light, staying centered, up in neutrality, sharing light, sharing joy and peace, and helping the planet that way. Like, you all have to start to think about how you want to start participating in your own life. How do you want to start showing up to the world? How do you want to start helping humanity? Because there's one thing for sure that we can see on the planet right now is whether or not it's seen as fear-mongering or not. I think at the end of the day, we need to give humans a little bit more leeway and see how intelligent they actually are and let them think for themselves. Because it is fearing. It's setting fear within them. And whether you're here to participate and share knowledge in that way, I don't know. I'm not here to share knowledge in that way. And so if you are among the Christ consciousness right now and you are a light worker, or you are here for healing abilities and things like that, you will be on the same bandwagon as me, where you're feeling into the exact same thing. There's only one way out of this, and it's love. It's unity. And so I really suggest, as we start today off, is that you reflect on yourself and how you're contributing to society. Okay, I see it very like black and white. How are you contributing? Are you empowering and uplifting and healing and sharing wisdom? Or are you doing the other way? And I don't know the other way because I'm not down on that timeline, but there's just one or the other. Are you empowering? Are you uplifting? Are you inspiring? Are you healing? Encouragement? Or you are the other one? Are we all understanding what I'm saying here today? Because it is so important that you understand this. It has not left me for 24 hours and I can't shift it, which means there's something that I'm having to be a broken record about. I feel like I need to be a broken record because where are you at with all of this? Because the conscious split, last week when I was talking about it, it was about the hatred. It was about those sorts of people, like the narcissistic traits and the emotional manipulators, and then the people that were awakening and coming into the light. And now what I'm seeing is, as I'm focusing more on the light, I can see the split within the light. And within the light, people have split. And so now this is what I'm saying. We have the people that are uplifting, encouraging, and light and healing and peace and clarity, authenticity, and we have the other one. Now, I don't know if you want to see it from my point of view, but we could just keep zooming in and then splitting that and splitting that and splitting that. I mean, there's worlds within worlds, and it just continues and continues and continues and continues. And at the end of the day, you need to draw a line in the sand of where you're at in your ascension and how do you want to show up for yourself and your reality and also people that are around you. Like, how do you want to do that? If it doesn't feel uplifting, if it doesn't feel inspiring, and it doesn't feel abundant, I would honestly eject myself from that timeline or that person or whatever it is, however it's showing up. I would remove myself ASAP because you guys are going to get yourselves into strife. But I mean, it depends on how you want to view it as well. Within each being, there's light and dark as well. I mean, that was the whole point. We came here to release that shadow and to, get us closer and closer to enlightenment. But it's about how do you want to go on your journey of releasing that shadow? Like, do you want to be on the timeline of destruction and collapse and, poverty and all of these things as you release, your shadow, because that was the whole point anyway. So that's what I mean. Like, you've got a job here to do on a personal soul level, but also on a collective level, and you've just got to try and choose the timeline that you want to be on as you go through that on a personal level and on a collective level.